Hello to everyone in TV land. This is Focus on Liberia online television, and you're listening to the Focus on Liberia Daily News with Gwendolyn Dorado. I bring you the headlines. Supreme Court of Liberia Chamber Justice Yami Wese places stay order on all further proceedings by opposing lawmakers seeking the removal of embattled House Speaker. Liberian human rights lawyer Councillor Tiawan Say Ganglo writes President Joseph Yuma Boakai seeking the average elimination of graduation fees in schools across the country. The Liberian National Police Professional Standards Department recommends the dismissal of Assistant Commissioner Sam S.D. Wala and Patrolman Augustine Ben over allegations of unlawful arrest and harassment. Away from home, at least 40 Chadian soldiers have been killed after their base was attacked on Sunday evening, the presidency says. These plus many more coming up on the Daily News. Now the news in details. Liberia Supreme Court Chamber Justice Yami Kwekwe has placed a stay order on all further proceedings by opposing lawmakers seeking the removal of embattled House Speaker J. Fonati Kofa. However, sources close to the opposing lawmakers said they have resolved not to honor the mandate of the justice in chambers. There are claims that the lawmakers' move is being backed by Vice President Jeremiah Cohn, Senator Emmanuel Nukwe, and Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala, who have been caught between the scissors in the ongoing Speaker's removal saga. Over the last few weeks, legislative sessions at the House of Representatives have been disrupted by the majority bloc of the representatives opposing Speaker Kofa's leadership. The opposing lawmakers have largely succeeded in crippling legislative functions through their conduct of separate meetings, while those backing Kofa's leadership lack a quorum to proceed. Renowned Liberian human rights lawyer Councillor Tiawan Say Ganglo has written President Joseph Yuma Boakai seeking the average elimination of graduation fees in schools across the country. In his communication to the president dated October 24, noted that it's important that the president consider such a decision as it will help struggling parents and increase school enrollment. Through his daily interactions with a cross-section of Liberians, Ganglo said it has become clear to him that this burden weighs heavily on students and their supporters. The chairman of Solidarity and Trust for a New Day says STAND is not a political party and will remain a civil society organization geared towards advocating for ordinary Liberians. Speaking during the organization's official delegation over the weekend at its new office in Congo Town, Chairman Molba Molu said the only people who will be afraid of STAND's existence are corrupt government officials who, he says, are stealing public money. He says STAND will continue to fight against ills in society, including corruption and bad governance, noting that STAND will remain a force for good. On Friday, October 25th, Western Cluster Liberia Limited CEO Joseph Colholt called on the Liberian government to ensure greater accountability regarding the company's financial contributions to Western Liberian under its corporate social responsibility commitments. Speaking during a stakeholders meeting held in Tottenberg, Colholt emphasized that the mineral development agreement between the WCL and the government requires transparency in managing and reporting on the company's financial contributions. He explained that the lack of clear accountability creates the false impression that the company is not fulfilling its obligations, leading to public dissatisfaction. In light of the challenges, Cohol proposed a new payment structure for the social development funds allocated to Bumin, Grand Cape Mount, and Wapulu counties. According to his proposal, funds met for these counties should be deposited directly into county accounts rather than being channeled first through government accounts in Monrovia. Coho explained that this change would not only promote efficiency but also build trust between the company, the government, and the community by ensuring that the funds reach the intended beneficiaries on time. In response, the head of the National Bureau of Concessions, Theodore Momo, commended Western Cluster for raising the issues and acknowledged the importance of Coho's proposal. The Liberia National Police Professional Standards Department has recommended the dismissal of Assistant Commissioner Sam S.D. Wala and Patrolman Augustine Ben over allegations of unlawful arrest and harassment. The allegations surfaced following an incident that occurred on October 12 at the luxury hotel in Tingles Village, Pinsville City, where two foreign nationals, Dean Yungun and Lever Tu, and a local Liberian identified only as Johnson, were reportedly targeted by police while attempting to conduct business in Liberia. The incident gained public attention after being discussed on various media entities, where it was claimed that the officers unlawfully seized $24,000 in cash from the foreign nationals, purportedly in connection with an investment in gold mining. Following the media reports, Inspector General of Police Gregory Coleman mandated an investigation into the allegation of police impropriety, which included unlawful searches and seizures. Details from the investigation revealed that the arrest of the foreign nationals was conducted without a warrant. Eyewitness accounts and written testimonies from victims' lawyers suggest that the police operations lacked legal justification, violating fundamental rights in the Liberian Constitution. Councillor Levet Gould and Kosi Gamon, representing the foreign investors, provided compelling testimonies regarding the chaotic arrests and subsequent mishandling of their clients' funds and personal belongings by the police. During their detention, they alleged that ACP Wala extracted a portion of the seized funds without consent, leading to allegations of theft and bribery. According to the investigation findings, the arresting officers reportedly failed to follow protocols required for detaining individuals, including obtaining valid warrants or lawful justification for their actions. Away from Liberia, at least 40 Chadian soldiers have been killed after their base was attacked on Sunday evening, the presidency says. President Mohamed Dabi has ordered a counter mission to track down the culprits, according to a statement from his office. The attack reportedly happened on an island called Bakara in a vast marshy region that was once covered by the waters of Lake Chad before its dramatic shrinking in recent decades. No suspects for Sunday's attack are named in the presidency's statement, but the area is close to the border zones of Nigeria and Niger, where Islamist militants are known to operate. Sunday's attack is one of the worst suffered by Chadian soldiers since 2020, when about 100 soldiers died in a raid which prompted the then president, Idris Deby, to launch an operation against Islamist militants. Local residents have told the AFP news agency they believe fighters from Boko Haram, an Islamist militant group based over the border in Nigeria, were to blame for the latest attack and said at least 200 soldiers were stationed at the garrison at the time. That does it for the Focus on Liberia Daily News. I do a recap of the headlines. Supreme Court of Liberia Chamber Justice Yami Wese places stay order on all further proceedings by opposing lawmakers seeking the removal of embattled House Speaker. Liberian human rights lawyer Councillor Tiawan Gangler writes President Joseph Yoma Boakai seeking the average elimination of graduation fees in schools across the country. The Liberian National Police Professional Status Department recommends the dismissal of Assistant Commissioner Sam S.D. Bala and Patrolman Augustine Ben over allegations of unlawful arrest and harassment. And away from home, at least 40 Chadian soldiers have been killed after their base was attacked on Sunday evening, the presidency says. On behalf of the management and staff of Focus on Liberia, many thanks to our listeners and viewers. We urge that you keep following us and share our videos. My name is Gwendolyn Dorado. I present it.